today I don't have anybody to converse with but you. I want to share with you something personal that I have experienced in the last few weeks. And it has to do with anxiety. It has to do with stress management. It has to do with feeling overwhelmed and all of the above. As a human being, we go through things in life, and most of us do not share them with others. We keep them in our heart. We try to be superheroes. And then all of a sudden, they take over. Those things take over who we are. And we start behaving in ways that we not recognize. We do things we're not proud of. We make bad decisions. So I'm sharing this because I had the wonderful experience to feel empowered by my own resources. Let me share part one and part two. In part one, overwhelmed by everything that was going on in my life, I had a panic attack. I hadn't had them in years, decades. Maybe I never really had one because it was overwhelmingly scary. My heart rate was so fast, I thought it was coming out of my mouth, and I was shaking, extremely anxious, and irrational thoughts coming to my mind. At the time, I was actually a student in a Zoom class, and I thought, I don't have anybody else near me, so I'm going to ask them for help. So I texted in the chat to please pray for me. I wasn't feeling well at the time, and I was asking for prayers. The response was so touching and so powerful, inspiring, amazing. After the session was over, we actually did pray together. And through the grace of the instructor's voice and words and the community feel, I felt at peace. All the symptoms were gradually turning off. Part two is the reality. We do not, by magic, solve our problems. We do not instinctively, just with few words and thoughtful prayer, resolve everything. However, we can realize that we're not alone, number one, that we have resources within, number two, and that we have the incredible power of communicating. And I love to communicate in a vertical and in an horizontal way. I guess it is a shape of a cross, maybe not so accidental. So my horizontal way is communicating with the people around me. My vertical way is try to align my spirit to God. If you don't believe in God, I'm not trying to change your mind. My podcasts, my words are nothing but a way to express something that it's light and positive. What I want to do, hopefully, is encourage you to look within to your own resources inside of you. We all have a light within. It's our soul. Whether you believe it or not, you do have a soul. You are made of mind, body, and spirit. And as my website and my approach to life is indeed to try to take care of those three aspects of our lives, the second part of my sharing is exactly how I was able to achieve that without even realizing it. This part two is that I had second panic attack. This time, I was not on Zoom, I was not online, I was not connected, nobody else in the house. And as soon as I started the heart rate going a little faster, I started to pray. And then I actually turned on music and danced. Yeah. 50-plus-year-old dancing on by herself in the living room. But what that did is it gave me the ability to get unstuck. Instead of letting those symptoms take over me, I took over them. And I never thought that just dancing would help. It didn't solve my problems. It didn't solve some of the things that still I'm struggling with, or I need problem solving for those. But the approach changed. I realized that I can connect my spirit to my mind and communicate to my body. And this is why I love smiling. Smiling is something that does communicate to your brain that things are okay. I hope you don't have to go through panic attacks. And I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I don't mean to be any of those for you. But as a person who has experienced beneficial results from smiling, I want to communicate that. And something else that I stumbled upon recently is a quote that reads, "Cast all anxieties to him because he cares." It happens to be 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. And if you don't believe in God, you don't read the Bible, that's okay. But listen to the message. Somebody cares for you. You don't have to hold on to your anxieties, your stress, your fears, your worries. Cast them away. Whether it's by dancing, by praying, by looking in the mirror and realizing that beautiful light you have within, it needs to come back out. Don't turn it off. Don't let stress, anxieties, fears, all of the negativity within and around you, don't let them take over you and turn off the beautiful light. So this is my message to you today, is look within and look at how wonderfully, beautifully, even imperfectly, still amazingly you were made. And that beautiful soul of yours, that light within, will allow you to see things differently. If you stay in the negativity, you stay in the darkness, meaning blinding you from seeing the resources you have, blinding you from seeing the beautiful things you have and you are. And that's why I think smiling helps. And that's why, if you don't believe, I want you to understand you still have all the resources within you to find inner peace and to share that beautiful light of yours with others. Negativity, negative thoughts, self-doubt, being aggressive, violence, all the negative things, if you look at them, you realize they all have bad consequences. If you look at the positive ones, smile can start a communication, can communicate to you, even to your own brain, that things are okay. A gentle, kind expression to somebody can bring joy, or just that feeling of, okay, life doesn't always suck. Beautiful souls are all around you, and you are the one that needs to shine the most because you are a beautiful soul. So I want you to understand, I share these personal experiences again because I'm not trying to fix you. I'm not trying to tell you how to think. I'm just sharing this and my podcast with my wonderful guests because I know that even if you hear something, for some reasons, one word, one concept, one sentence, it might actually help you to rekindle that inner fire, that beautiful light of yours. So I hope this was helpful. And if not, thank you for listening. You let me vent. But I do want you to remember to let your inner light shine. And as always, breathe, smile, and do something to soothe yourself.